television and film industry Q&A part 2. Thank you so much to every single person that sent in questions once again to my Instagram story, and everyone that engaged with the first video, part 1. If you haven't checked it out yet, please do go watch the last video that I uploaded. If it is your first time tuning in, my name is Dineora Sirile, and I share my personal journey and experience in the television and film industry. I also share tips and advice. So without any further ado, I'm going to get straight into the questions. What are some of the things that you did not expect but really like about the industry? I think one thing that I am grateful for, or that I really like, that I did not expect. I think I expected a lot of mean girl energy on sets, because that is the narrative that was constantly told to us, especially when we were still training, still coming up. And I don't know, I've been very fortunate to be on sets where I'm working with the most phenomenal cast, experienced veterans or even peers who have just been doing incredible things, and the energy is just amazing, the rapport is just beautiful, and you just get to grow so much. You get to learn from other people as well. So I think I did not expect that in the beginning of my career. And yeah, I just walked into productions that had all these well-known people that were just warm and open and just ready to give and share. So for me, that was that. I also must mention perks. There are some productions that are just beautiful. Like, the treatment is amazing. You literally looked after as it should be. And so some of those perks is you'll get like really nice gifts from brands, especially when the show is about to launch. I have like nice things that I don't know if I would buy them, with my own money, but now I have them because they were just, part of maybe a premiere gift, a hamper or whatever. Ooh, love me some cute free things. When is the right time to send my portfolio to agents? Just send. Don't wait. If you feel like you're ready, if you feel like you have put it in the work, you can package yourself nicely, I say just send. What agencies will normally do is they will respond and they'll tell you, thank you so much for your interest in our agency. We're only taking in new artists in May, or we're only taking in a new batch of artists next year, January. Then you send again that time. Or I've heard of some actors who literally go to the office and be like, no, actually, y'all are gonna see me. Really depends on how much you want it and how much you believe in yourself and how ready you truly believe you are. Fight for your place, okay? But what I will say is the most important thing is to package yourself really nicely and just shoot your shot, man. Just shoot your shot. Don't wait for, I don't know, what is the perfect time? What is the perfect time, really? Royalties in the South African acting industry, is it real? Hey, is it real? Yes and no. It's been an ongoing fight. It's been an ongoing battle. There are amazing organizations, the Saga, PMA, and other organizations that are really, really trying to fight for it to just be standard procedure. There are bills that need to be amended and all of that. So at this point, I've always said that things are still very quiet, unregulated in the industry, and there has been an ongoing fight to make sure that the royalties chat just becomes a standard procedure that is followed. Recently, I had a colleague who said they just got paid royalties from a show on a channel that had been repeating a show that he finished shooting years ago, and they'd been repeating it, and he got paid royalties. So it's kind of like vibes. You might get royalties, you might not. Also depends on what your contract says. So yeah. Could my skin be an inhibiting factor to me booking a role during an audition? I think I want to do a video just on this alone. How your look affects your bookability. Right? Could your skin be a factor? Yes and no. And I will break it down. So the reason I say yes and no is it depends what you're auditioning for and what they have asked for. For instance, with television commercials, your look plays a huge role. In fact, I think your look comes first before the performance in most cases, because they're selling stuff, they're selling a dream. And I'll share like little cutouts from actual emails from casting directors that I've received for television commercials, so you can see how specific and how detailed they are when they are sending out briefs for TV commercials. Very often they'll say things like good clear skin, like flawless skin, good skin and teeth, built body. So they'll be very specific in terms of the look, you know, what they want. And when it's like character stuff, sometimes then that's when you'll see them opening up to people that don't look like supermodels or don't look like you know, airbrushed or whatever. But when it comes to television and film, there I would say not necessarily, because that's like real life characters that they're trying to bring to life. And I think now more than ever, we're seeing a variety of people on our screens. It's not like back in the day when there was a certain type of beauty or a certain type of lead that we would see. I think now with this emerging generation of directors and story writers, screenwriters, we're seeing a lot more variety on our screens. I mean, when I was little, I could count the amount of dark-skinned people that were like main characters in shows, and now that's like we see it a lot. You know what I mean? Hey. So over there, I think it wouldn't necessarily be an inhibiting factor. There, if you can kill your audition and give the casting director stress because they don't know what to do with you, then your skin concerns can be secondary. You know what I mean? You can figure that out with the makeup team as to how they are going to work with you during production. However, if you do feel like you have a big skin concern, then I think it is a great investment for you to really go and have it checked out professionally. Don't be out here like taking tips from social media and online and whatever. Like, actually go have your skin analyzed, because this is your money maker. Your body, your face, your whatever. Talent aside, our job is to be looked at. People need to look at us. People need to watch us. People need to enjoy watching us. And so sometimes you have to think, okay, if there's something, maybe a skin issue that you feel is actually affecting your performance, it's causing you to not shine as much as you want to. So maybe like you have an acne problem, you didn't specify what the skin concern was, then go and get the acne problem, you know, checked out and see if you can actually figure it out. But do not let whatever concern it is stop you from you know, going for it. You can figure it out as you go. You develop a very thick skin because sometimes you really don't get a job because you don't have the curves, you don't have the cup size, you don't have the skin tone that they're looking for, you don't have the height that they're looking for. You might have been perfect for the role, but they've already cast the lady and you're way too short and it's just not giving what they wanted to give, and then you don't get the role because the next guy was 6'3". But I think I definitely want to do a video just on the look, the actor's look. Let me know in the comment section if you would like me to do that video and break down my thoughts, and also from my experience how your look actually affects you booking roles. Would you consider being an acting coach in the future? Short answer, yes, and very near future. Once again, stay tuned. Not a question, but I remember meeting you for the first time on Justice Served set. Okay, yes, on the Justice Served set. Just a wonderful person. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, and I'm glad that you had a great experience of me. Your brilliant performance on LLB. Brilliant performance on LLB. How did you do it? Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. LLB is a show that I think, yeah, was a tough one. It was a very, very tough one. And how I did it, gosh, it was God. It was God. That was probably one of the toughest shoots I've ever done in my career, literally. Hectic shooting schedule. It was honestly God that kept me sane during that shoot. I literally would attend our home cell meetings, because we have home cell on Wednesday nights, and I would attend virtually because I'd be out of town. I'd be in Joburg shooting, so I wouldn't be able to be at home cell. But just like being able to plug in and have people that are praying with you, people that are, you know, that got your back, being able to just sit and soak in the word was so empowering. And that is literally what kept me going, like, period. And then also I had an amazing cast ensemble that I was working with. Oh my gosh, the most amazing people. How do the shooting hours work? Child. So it depends. It depends. Typically a shoot day in South Africa will be 12 hours. I think it's like that universally. I'm not sure. 10 to 12 hours. Once you go over 12 hours, you're in overtime. So it depends what your role is, what your character is. You might find that on some days you are literally on set that entire 12 hours, which was the case for me a lot on the set of LLB, because obviously I was the lead there, so I was on set almost every single day. Very few days where I was not on set, or I'd be on set for just maybe half a day, but generally I was on set from the start to the end of every day. And then when you wrap, let's say you are working those 12-hour days, when you wrap in the evening, let's say you're wrapping at 7, right? It's not like at 7 o'clock you get in your car, you go home. They say it's a wrap, then you still have to go and get out of your wardrobe, then you still have to go and remove your makeup. If you are that person who wants to remove makeup on set, I do sometimes I don't. It depends on a few things. And then you have to go and sign out, and then you have to find out which driver is taking you home. And so it's like almost it can take 45 minutes for you to actually wrap. And then there's the travel home. Then you get home at a certain time. Then when you get home, you have to prep for the next day. You have to rest and then do it all over again the very next day. So it's like, whew, it's tough. It can get really, really, really tough. And the schedule can change a million times in a week because, oh no, that location is not available anymore, so we're moving that shoot day from Thursday to tomorrow. Now you the day you thought you were off, you're not off anymore. You gotta like, it's crazy. It gets really, really crazy. But then there are other sets where you come in, like I just recently did one, the second last production that I just did, where man, I had the best time. I would come in for like a scene every shoot day. Like I would come in the afternoon, shoot one scene, and then I'm out, and then I come back a few days later and I shoot 2 scenes, and then I'm out, and then I come back another day and I shoot 1 scene. Oh my gosh, I enjoyed it so much, and it was such a breath of fresh air after, you know, these productions that have been like chock-a-block. So it really depends. It can get insane, especially if you're like one of the main characters, or it can be quite, you know, flexible, where even you're working and you're getting paid, but you also have room to do other stuff. Before I close off, I need to do a young rant. If you have been following me for a while, you know I'm prone to like let you have it sometimes and just give a proper rant, because wow. So I started this channel, right, with the intention of sharing knowledge, sharing experience, giving tips, giving people a through pass, giving people who understand that, because it's tough out here. But there is a pet peeve of mine, and that it's someone who wants to be spoon-fed. I need to coin a term for that. Like upcoming actors who want to be spoon-fed. That's how I know you're not serious. I did a video about, do you really want to be an actor? Because there's people who like the idea of being in this industry but have no clue what it takes and are not willing to put in the work to get to where they need to get to, you know? This past video that I did, guys, I dropped info, okay? And some of it was not the first time. For instance, I shared extensively about where to get an agent. Somebody asked for agency recommendations. Not only did I mention the place where you can, I even put the website on the screen. All you have to do is open that smartphone of yours, type in that website, and voila, there's a whole list of amazing agencies that have been in the game. When you go to their websites, you just see lists of actors that you are watching on your screens, like people who are working, booked actors, celebrity actors, working veterans, people who we've been watching since we were kids. They are in those agencies, okay? So I'm not telling you, I'm giving you the plug. Somebody will come in my DMs. Hi, who is your agency? Can you please help me get into your agency? Help me understand how it's going to help you to know who my agent is and asking me to get you an agent. I will not respond to that DM. I will not respond to that DM. There are DMs that are waiting for me to respond, and I promise I will get to them. And then there are those who I won't take my time to respond to that, because you are so unserious actually. Like, what do you mean? Rant over, guys. Let me tell you something. If you want to make it in this industry, you're not going to get far. You're not going to make it if you are expecting to be spoon-fed. If you are expecting somebody to do the work for you. If you think your pretty face is all that you need. If you think that, oh, please be so for real. Like, with my 12 years experience in this industry, I am still working as if I just got in yesterday. Do you understand? I'm still going to auditions. I'm still going to workshops. I am still having conversations with my agent about certain things. I'm still sitting with, more experienced actors and asking them questions. And, like, you just never stop learning. Please, if you're walking this journey with me, if you're a VIP on this channel, i.e. you are subscribed, please let us have a certain mentality of just excellence, of consistency, of curiosity. I love a curious actor. As an actor, you must be curious. Hunger to learn more. That's what's one of the things that's gonna make you stand out and make you a better performer. Rant over. On that note, that is it from me for today. Thank you so much for hanging out this far. I really hope that this video was valuable to you and that you learned something. Please remember to click that subscribe button if you haven't yet. And yes, I will see you on the next video.